This story is absolutely true. There is nothing false in it. My name is Humna and I belong to Wake It. So the story is something like this: that when I was in the 5th class, it was the year 2015 or 16, I had gone to my maternal grandfather's house. Their house is in Rawalpindi. My elder aunt, she has 2 daughters. Her elder daughter is of my age. So some of her friends had come. We were playing on the roof. My aunt's husband is in Saudi, so she has been living with my maternal grandfather since the beginning. Her room was in one corner, while on the other side my maternal grandfather kept some goats, etc. Later, they broke it and started constructing rooms. My maternal grandfather's house is a very big house, like a mansion. So rooms were being made for my maternal uncle and aunt upstairs. They were not ready yet. Only the foundations were being made, and the roof was poured. So they had put a swing for the children there. My cousin's friend had come. Her name was Amna. So my cousin said that there are jinns inside it, and not 1 but 3. In her house, there is her brother. There is Amna. She has another sister too. And there are her mother and father. And all of them were very much Sahihin, according to the Mashallah. Her brother was a Hafaz Quran, and apart from him, all these people were position holders. So black magic was done on them due to jealousy. Amna told us this whole story. The first time when I met her, I thought that maybe she is just doing drama, that there is this jinn inside me. But there were really 3 jinns inside her. Later, we also became friends with her. So this is how she told us that black magic was done on us. Her father's condition is still so bad that he is neither counted among the living nor the dead. At first, that magic was done only on Amna. An attempt was made to do it on her brother as well, because he was half Quran, and he used to read Quran Pak all the time, due to which he was not affected. But Amna was affected. There were 3 jinns possessing her, and all 3 were children. When Amna told us this story for the first time, we were very shocked. You know that a 5th class child is neither so big nor so small. I was excited, and I was also a little scared. At first, I kept away from her. But when I greeted her and talked to her a little, then she told me the whole story, that it was her daughter-in-law who got the magic done on her. And how did she come to know about this? All this was told to her by Janet herself. When these jinns were possessed on Amna, when you cast a jinn on someone through magic, then that jinn cannot leave that body on his own will unless it is destroyed. So those were 3 small children who were non-Muslims. Then when those jinns were cast, they showed them through vision how all this was done on them. And a condition was put before these jinns that when you kill Mila, you will be freed. Their house was on the 3rd floor. I have been to their house as well. She was swinging there. There was a swing in front of the 3rd floor terrace. So the jinn pushed her from there. So she fell down from the 3rd floor. Allah saves whomever he wants to save. She fell down from the 3rd floor with such force that her bones were fractured. But she survived. At the most, she lived to be 12 years old. Her family also came to know that these incidents were happening with them. And when Janet later told that all this was the work of her aunt, her father picked up his gun and left saying that he will kill her. She kept us harassed. But then more incidents started happening. Attacks started happening on her father and mother too. Amna was also affected. Only her brother was left. And I think he is still safe from those effects. So firstly, Janet did not let her study. No matter how much she tried, she could not study. She left her school in 5th class itself. Whenever she started studying, blood started coming out of her eyes. When she sat down to read Quran Majid, Janet did not let her do that too. So he used to harass her a lot. He used to play pranks with her. He used to get very angry for this. They used to create a lot of problems. I don't know how they became Muslims. You know that Jinnat are the most deceptive creatures. I don't know whether they were pretending or they had really become Muslims. So later, they would let him read the Quran. Even we stood with him in a prayer mat and prayed. Their prayer mat was quite long. If those jinnits were not Muslims, they probably wouldn't have allowed him to pray, and after this, the jinnits started becoming friendly with him. They became Muslims and befriended him. I remember very well that there were 3 jinnits, and one was named Joha, one was named Zainab, and one was named Fatima, because all 3 of them were children. So Fatima used to speak in a stammering tone, and Joha looked like a boy to us, and she used to talk in a girl's voice, and her voice was very strange and masculine, whereas Zainab was very quiet. She didn't talk much. Even if you called her, she wouldn't come. But Amna had fallen from the stove from the 3rd floor, so she did not sit on it. She was scared of the swings that are installed in parks. They are small, but that swing was very big. From top to bottom, when we used to sit on it and swing, we used to make it so fast that we could easily touch the roof. And the roof was quite high, so that is why she did not swing. When I met her for the first time, we were all sitting near the swing, and she was swinging very lightly. So she told us the whole story. I sat there and told her that no, you are lying. There is no jinn inside you. If there is a jinn, then call him. He should talk to us. Believe me, her body language changed in a few seconds. And first of all, that jinn named Joha was very bold. So he appeared inside her immediately. He said, I am Joha. You are Sahal's cousin. My cousin's name is Sahal, so she knows that the elders keep an eye on any such child. My mother was upstairs. After this, all of them gave their interviews that my name is this, and I am this many years old. Those jinnits were also of our age. So my mother said that he is lying. This is not jinnit. Amna is talking by changing her voice. Fatima used to speak stammeringly. Fatima also gave her interview. We called Zainab many times, but she did not come. But when she came, she told us a little that I am Zainab. So Zoha told us that the only thing in Zainab's life is her death, and she used to live with her mother. But through black magic she was captured, and after this she is here, so she misses her mother a lot, but she cannot meet her mother. That is why she does not talk so much. And at that time we were small, so it was not felt so much. But now when I think about it, I say that we had done very risky things, and Allah had protected us, and you must know that these things have a great impact on a small child, and one should not trust the most lying creatures. So my mother said that he is lying. How is it possible that Jinnit talks like this? Then I have a younger sister, who is no longer in this world. At that time, it had been 2 years since her death. May Allah grant her heaven. So we did not tell anything to Jinnit about her. You must know that they have such a sense that they sense these things and tell us. Adnan Bhai, he told us the map of our entire house, that there are so many rooms in your house. This is the size of the washroom. There are so many siblings in your house. We did not give any such interview to him. He only knew that she is my mother. Even then, we did not believe it. But when she said that you had a younger sister who is dead, we got a little shocked. There is something wrong with her. And my mother also got convinced that there is something fishy here, because we had not told Amna about our sister. My elder sister was not very attached to her, and neither was the younger one. But because we were of the same age, and I got along very well with my cousin. She was her friend, so I had a little connection with her. We became friends. So my mother said that don't be too friendly with her, because elders know how dangerous these things are for humans. Now the rooms where the construction was going on were a little towards the back. There was a little liveliness there in the morning, but as soon as it was night, it became very dark there, because it was a completely backward side. There was no light, etc. there. So my mother kept a check on us, because my Hala's room was on the upper side. So now we became friends with her, and she went home. And the next day we woke up like this, and I said, "Come, let us bring her from home." So my cousin said that, "Okay, come, I will also show you her house." So I was very small at that time. You know that in the houses where there are effects of magic, whether the family members feel it or not, but the other person feels very scared there. If negative energy is felt, when we entered her house, it was very clean. If a house is dirty from inside, you get a feeling of uneasiness. I was also getting the same kind of feelings. So she told me to come inside and sit. We said no. We have come to pick up Umna. So she said, "I will change and come back." I told you that small children take time to change their clothes. It had not even been a minute. She went inside with her clothes in front of us and came out immediately. So I was a little scared that something was definitely wrong with her. After that, we went home and started playing there. So we used to swing on that swing. Amna also used to be with us, but she was scared of the swing. So we used to tease her to go and call Zainab and Fatima, because when they used to appear on her, they used to swing so fast that the swing would touch the ceiling, and then they used to laugh a lot. At that time, their laughter did not seem funny to me. But now when I go back to my flashbacks, their laughter was a little creepy. Because they were kids at that time, maybe the creepiness was a little less. Amna was very shy, but as soon as they would dominate her, she would become very bold. So as soon as the swing would get faster, we would say, "Call Amna," and then Amna would scream, "How did this swing get faster? Get me down." So there we started playing with it. We got attached to it. We would also pray namaz with it. And then I remember I had a fight with them. You know that friendship with those things is harmful, and so is the fight. I was young, but it was in my mind that I should not mess with them in any way. So I had a little argument with them because we had made a turn that first this guy will take the swing, and then we were 5, 6 cousins, and they were so fast that one turn came to Amna. One would be Zoha's, and then one would be Zainab's. In the same way, they used to take 4 swings together. So there I had a fight with him that I have not taken the swing yet. At that time, it was funny. But now if I think about it, and the same Amna comes in front of me, I would not want to meet her. The solution we found was that one person will sit on the swing and the other on his shoulder. Nowadays, children do not take the swing like this, but at that time we were taking it like this. So the rest of them went down with the swing. Only she and I were on the roof. I had made her sit on my shoulder. How much weight an 11-year-old child would have, and she was very thin. But at that time, I felt the weight of 2 to 3 people on my shoulder. I used to get tired with just 2 swings, and I used to tell him that I cannot bear you. So there I had a fight with him. He said, "No, I want the swing." I told him, "No, you sit, I will sit on you. Then you will know." So there she suddenly became serious while laughing. There our fight got a little more intense, because when she was taking swings sitting on my cousin's shoulders, she used to sit on top and spit on us. So you know that whatever Gina is, his style of joking was a bit strange. So when it was my turn, he started throwing it on my clothes. So I scolded him not to do this to me. So she got angry there because my cousin was angry. After that, she went down saying that I am not playing with her. Then slowly, my other cousin also went down. So I stayed upstairs with her because it was my turn, and I had to give my turn before going. I was also feeling scared, so I don't know. So I said that I cannot afford to be angry with her. Then Zoha was spitting on me. I said, "Don't spit. I am giving you the stove. All my clothes are getting dirty." I told her that I will take you down. Then you sit and keep taking it, because she said that I have to take the swing sitting on her shoulder. At that time, it was Maghrib time, and it had become quite dark. So she suddenly became serious and told me to come to the back room. So believe me, At this time, I am getting goosebumps while telling you this. So you know what kind of scene it is when a person becomes serious while laughing. She told me to come with me to the other room. We will show you our real form. You are being so free with us. When she told me this, I got very scared. I told her that I am going away angry with you. So if I had gone screaming, I knew that something bad could have happened to me. She could have done a lot to me. There was no one on the roof. Kala's room was also empty, so I came down very comfortably. And when she went home, I told my mother everything, and she said that you will not play with it. She stopped me saying that there is no need to get too attached to it, because there is a creature inside it that can harm you easily. It gets more attached to small children, and we do not know whether it is 10 to 12 years old or older. And in this way, they are doing drama with us. You know that Jinnit lie a lot, and earlier they were also non-Muslims. When they came the next day, I kept a little distance from them. The next day when we were playing, my maternal grandmother used to bring some chalies, etc. Because she had goats. She used to bring them, and because they were clean chalies, we used to take our share from them. Now we were roasting those chalies and eating them. We had made Amna sit with us. She was also eating. So I remember that Zoha was present in it. Zoha jokingly twisted my cousin's thumb in such a way that her whole thumb was swollen, and there. My cousin was screaming that leave my thumb. She had twisted it so hard that her thumb would have broken. Now you know that there is a lot of difference between our strength and the strength of the Jinnit. When my aunt came to know, my aunt scolded her and said that from today onwards, Sahal will not play with you people. And she caught her and took her to the room, and we all also went to the room. She was swinging outside. So my younger aunt came up to the terrace, and we were talking to each other there. The play area and my aunt's room were not so far away that the voices of the people sitting in the room could reach there. So she was putting the wiper there. She spoke very softly. She said that there is a Jinnit inside her, and it should not happen that such things happen with our daughters too. So she should be kept away from everyone. She was sitting very far from us. The voice in which we spoke was very soft. When she was with us, we did not discuss her talks, because you know that the voice of the Jinnit is very loud. So she suddenly got up from there and stood near the room. So my aunt saw her standing there. So as soon as she turned back to put the wiper, she said that I heard all your talks, and I am leaving from here. So there itself, I got to know for sure that there is a Jinnit inside her. So after this, I tried to convince her a little that you should leave it. Nothing happens. We also got confirmation about Jinnit from here, that you know they like meat and bones a lot. So at that time we had cooked fish, so we were sitting together. We were eating fish. So you know it takes some time to eat it after removing the bones. She picked up a whole piece of fish full of bones and put it in her mouth and started chewing. We kept on watching her, and we ignored her. We were not letting her feel it at all. Because if you notice these things, then later she would trouble you a lot, and that she ate the piece of fish with the bones. We had a good relationship with her. You must also be thinking that how our parents allowed us to be friends with her. After Eid, she came to our house with my uncle. So my uncle is a bit of a Mauli type. He told him that whoever of you four recites a surah to me, I will give him one. One recited, the other recited. Then the third one narrated, and then Hamna narrated. So he narrated one surah. In today's time, second-class babas are very common. So you will find a true man with great difficulty. So they also found a man with great difficulty. They told that they took out a magic lock from a grave and an amulet from a well, and that their tiles, etc., are installed under their house. They broke those tiles, etc. Now, I don't know how he went right under their house. But then slowly their conditions started getting better. She had studied half of the 5th class, and left it. Sixth class was also done in the same way, and then seventh class was also done in the same way. So then she started studying a little bit in seventh class. Then she completed 8 and 9 classes, and in the 10th class, the affairs started again. So it was revealed there, Joha, who was pretending to be a girl. So it revealed there that he is actually a boy. All the time he kept showing that I am a girl. So slowly they started harassing her again. They also did a lot of talisman and black magic on her mother. Her mother's condition is very bad. Some time ago, I went to my uncle's house. My aunt told me to go and check on her mother. I got such vibes. I said, no, I will not go to her house. She had also done Quran Khani there, and I exchanged greetings with Amna. But I said I will not go to her house. Her mother is in a way on the bed of death. She is not even dying. Her life has become very difficult. Pimples started appearing on her body, and water keeps coming out of them. So her condition is very bad. Her parents' relations were very good. But once or twice when her father asked for divorce, her father realized that there is something going on with him as well. So the Jinnits started making their presence felt there again. Well, you must have liked this story. I know that he is. Not that drunk. We have had a very good relationship with him. So may Allah give him health. His mother is still stuck in the swamp. May Allah get her out of these things. Amen. Allah Hafiz to your YouTube family from my side. Thank you very much for sharing the story. Let's move on to another story. A solemn welcome, Aiden. How are you? I hope you are well. My name is Kadir, and I belong to Hyderabad, Sindh. I want to share a story with you. You must tell your followers that if you people have your children or any valuable thing, then keep it away from the eyes of these people. It is not necessary that if your heart is clean, then the other person's heart will also be clean. I have never felt so sad in my life as I do now. People say that he was just a 4-month-old child, but you know that whether the child is 4 months old, 4 days old, or 4 years old, a child is a child for the parents. Similarly, we still miss our child a lot and cry too. Just thinking that if he was already ill or had some disease weak, then maybe we would have been patient. But that laughing and playing child of mine who is healthy and beautiful. But he became a victim of evil eye and left this world. This thing keeps tormenting us all the time. So this is also a message to you people who are jealous of others. Do not be jealous of anyone for the sake of God. Ask Allah, who gives to everyone. He will give to you also. But do not do such a thing that your evil eye snatches away someone's world and life. If you have achieved something by destroying someone's world, then how long will you be able to live in this world? But any such act of yours destroys the generations of others. This story is related to my son. At this time, my age is 35 years. I got married at the age of 31 on the 16th of May 2023. And in the year 2024, Allah blessed me with a son. Let me tell you that my son was very healthy and beautiful. Some such incidents happened with my son, out of which I want to share a few with you. After the birth of my son, as time passed, he was becoming more beautiful and healthy. In 3 months, he started looking like a 1-year-old child. The story is something like this, that there was a wedding of 2 cousins of my wife and my in-laws. I and my wife had to go. So there was a person from Allah present at the wedding. So that person, looking at my wife and son, said that if your son survives even for a month, it will be a great thing given the condition he is in at this time. That wedding took place at the end of October. So you can imagine what a mother would have gone through if she was told that her child cannot live even for a month. My wife got very scared after hearing this, and she did not tell me anything because she did not know what her husband would think. Later, I also complained to my wife that if you had told me earlier, then maybe we could have rushed and done something. Maybe we could have shown him to someone, and his condition would have improved. Till this time, there was no problem with the son. So in the same wedding, our relative auntie had come from another city. The specialty of that lady was that even her own children used to hide their children from her dot. It was famous in the family that you should protect your children from this woman, because if she even looks at a child, that child dies. Now I don't know what God's role was in this. Adnan Bhai, let me tell you that I had no such thoughts in my heart, and I never thought like this about anyone. I thought that these are just people's talks. Nothing like this happens while magic and evil eyes are real. And the same thing happened with my son because my heart was clean, and I didn't have any such doubt in my heart. So I sat next to that auntie. I greeted her. We talked. There was a gathering of 1,200 people at the wedding we had gone to, and my son looked good among them. People were often making pictures with him and saying that he doesn't look like your son at all. We used to say mashallah and thank Allah. We are ordinary people, and this is a gift from Allah. So I was sitting next to that auntie. My wife passed by there. My son was in my wife's lap, so I called my wife to bring Hader to me. So my wife brought my son to me, and I showed my son to that auntie. You will not believe the way that woman ran her hand over my son's face. The way the sign of the cross is made, she ran her hand over my son's face in that way. And you will not believe that just 2 days after this marriage, my son's condition started deteriorating a lot. Now we were also showing in to doctors. As soon as we went to Hyderabad, all the good doctors and hospitals there refused to treat US and said that it is not in their control. After this, we took him to another hospital, and there my son remained in the ICU for 4 days. So there my son's health improved a bit. After this, they used to call us along with them for this medication. I am a private teacher, and my income is also not that much. But still we tried to do whatever we could for our child. After 2 days, the doctor kept calling me continuously. So my son's health deteriorated further. He told us that if we want, we can get him admitted here again, or take the child to Karachi. I immediately agreed to take my son to Karachi. We arranged for an ambulance because my son needed oxygen a lot on the way. He was not getting oxygen. At first, we were not able to arrange for an ambulance. Thank God, we got an ambulance, and that ambulance came towards the house and left with my son. Along with that, the ambulance broke down on the way, due to which we had to wait for 1.5 hours. We had started our journey from our city in the evening, so now it was night. Till now we were in Hyderabad. We were not able to arrange for any other ambulance, in which oxygen was also available, and at that time my son needed oxygen very much. Many obstacles kept coming, but still we left from there praying. A small ambulance was arranged, and it also had oxygen. And then we reached Karachi Hospital with our son. My son stayed there for 14 days and 14 nights. In between, my son used to recover. Even when he was in the ICU of the hospital, my son was so active that the doctor would come and pat his cheeks and say, "Golu Molu, what are you doing here? You are absolutely fine." After seeing his reports, he would say that your son is absolutely fine. We were even told that you will be discharged today. But as soon as we tried to leave from there, we could not leave from there even if we wanted to. And then my son left this world on the 27th at the age of 4 months. It was my son's last night. That night, my son's condition became very bad. That night, many things happened to my son. Like he had a heart attack. His sugar also went down. Bloodlets fell. My son was suffering from various diseases at the same time. Tanvi, you will not believe that when I went to see my son, about 2 hours before his death, in those 14 days, when my wife and I used to weigh our son, we used to read verses from the Quran and blow on him. But Adnan Bhai, despite that, We also got wazifa and dua done for our son at home. We got special dua done for our son at the Kaaba. Well, when I went to see my son, there was so much anger and hatred in his eyes that I realized for a moment that it was not my son, but someone else inside my son who was looking at me at this time. I went to him and said in his ear that, Hadi, you are my son, and if Allah wishes, no power in the world can separate you from me. I cannot do that. As a father, I could only say this. This was my first child. I was hopeful that my son would be fine. Even 2 days before his death, he was laughing and smiling inside the hospital, and when I came down for an hour and a half, I got a call from my mother-in-law and father-in-law that, Kadir, you come upstairs. I said, tell me what the situation is. My son is fine. But they did not say that you come upstairs, and when I went upstairs, I realized that my world had come to an end long ago. My son had left this world. After that, we left for Hyderabad with his body. You will not believe that there were so many obstacles on the way of bringing his body. We were bringing his body in a car. We left from there at 4 p.m. and reached Hyderabad at 8:30 a.m. I often came across a dangerous motorcycle near the cam showroom that the front tire of the vehicle burst, and Allah saved us. Otherwise, we would have had a very bad accident, Doc. So about 3-4 days before my son's death, a faint number of 4 started appearing on his forehead, and normally, no such number appears on the forehead. When my son died, even after his bath and shrouding, 4 was were written on his forehead. When we inquired about his whereabouts, we were told that there were severe evil eye and effects of magic on my son. We inquired from different places. Some people also told us that you people are seeing it as a number. But this is a part of the attack of magic, and because of Asif Ali Amal, your child has been removed from the path. There are some people who are jealous. So I would like to tell your viewers through you to take special care of your children and not express your happiness with anyone. You will share your happiness with someone considering them your own. But it is not necessary that the other person is also looking at you with the same eyes. Ad and bye, this was my story. If you like it, then definitely share it on your channel. Thank you very much for sharing the story. May Allah raise the status of your son. May He give him a high place in Jannat and Firdaus. Amen. Let's move on to another story. Now, the story that I am going to share with you is a true incident of my own life, which I have not shared on any channel till date. So I thought of sharing it with you so that you can tell it on your channel, and the rest of the YouTube family can also listen to it. Now let me tell you the worst and most horrifying incident of my life. My name is Anabi, and my husband's name is Ali. We have 2 children, a daughter who is 3 years old, and a son who is 2 years old. I got married in 2019 in Lahore. It was a perfect arranged marriage. Both of us were very happy. We were living a good life. My husband was also a very good person, a supportive person and a caring person. After some time of marriage, when we had children, everything was going well. But then suddenly something started happening which I had not even imagined. We were under evil eye, especially from my husband's aunt, who wanted her daughter to marry my husband. But since I was married, she became jealous. She would often send something cooked and always say that it was only for Allah. Initially, I thought that maybe she loved me a lot, but I did not eat that food. Only my husband ate it. After a few days, we started fighting, which never happened before. My husband's attitude started changing. He would not talk to me. He would not give time to the children. And if I asked the reason, he would start screaming. They would push me, grab me by the throat, and hit me against the wall. I was very upset. I would pray, read Quran, do du'as, but they were getting stricter day by day. One day I noticed that the food sent by Chatti had some tahiz in it. I hid that food, and told my mother-in-law everything. She said tomorrow we will go to a Maulvi Sahab. So I met her. She told me that someone had put a ban on my husband so that we or my wife get separated from each other. My heart broke on hearing this. I respected that Chachi so much, and she was trying to destroy my house. The police sahab gave me steamed water and 4 tahis. 2 were to be burned in the house before Maghrib, and 2 were to be kept under my husband's pillow. I did exactly that. A few months passed peacefully, and then one day I was sleeping. I had a dream that my husband had an accident. A black shadow was standing near him. He tells me that now you both will definitely live separately. I woke up in fear. I prayed and gave breakfast to everyone. Everything seemed normal. In the evening, around 4 o'clock, my husband said that I am leaving again. I said okay. He left after loving the children. After he left, I saw the same black shadow far away from the house. When I went outside, that shadow was very big, about 11 feet long. He started laughing and said that now your husband will never come back, and then he disappeared. When I came inside, I had just got up after praying when I got a call from my mother-in-law. The call was from an unknown number. It was told on the call that a container ran over my husband, and he died on the spot. This day was the most terrifying day of my and my children's life. In November 2023, my husband passed away, and I was in a very painful condition. It was death. Even his body was not intact. May Allah keep everyone's couple safe, and no evil eye falls on a happy home. This was my story. Maybe it is not so scary, but these stories are actually a lesson for people to hide their happiness. Do not show it to such people who do not care that you are happy and how much happiness you have in your life. You never know if some envious person is looking at you with an evil eye and how he may behave with you. Anyway, this was an incident, so I thought of sharing it with you. So thank you very much for sharing your story. May Allah raise the status of your husband. I was very sad about his death. I sympathize with you. May Allah give courage to you and your children. May he survive further in his life and raise his status. May he give them a high place in Jannat Firdaus. Allah Hafiz. So friends, I hope you liked today's stories. If you liked the stories, don't forget to like the video. And if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't heard these 2 stories yet, then you must. Go and listen to them. This is my personal recommendation. Take care of yourself. Remember me in your prayers. Please give me your permission. See you in another interesting story. Goodbye.